Life on Earth begins in the quietest moments, where a single dewdrop and a mother's gentle touch whisper the ancient song of creation. In this vast green sanctuary, every living soul is born with a pure instinct to love, to grow, and to belong to the earth. Here, under the protective canopy, a mother's devotion shields her young, teaching the fragile fawn its very first lessons of warmth and safety. With eyes wide with wonder, the young fawn beholds a paradise, unaware of the immense journey that destiny has prepared for it. Every fragile beginning requires courage, a quiet determination to stand tall against the pull of the earth and take the first step.
Together, they explore the lifelines of the forest, drinking from pristine waters that have nurtured generations of wild souls before them. In these fleeting hours of peace, the forest offers its endless bounty, a harmonious tapestry woven from sunlight, water, and pure freedom. Joy is a natural expression of life, a dance of light on a spotted coat, celebrating the simple gift of being alive. Yet, nature is a master of sudden changes, and the whispering wind often carries the first silent warnings of an approaching storm. An ancient alarm is triggered in her blood. The air carries an unfamiliar heat, a scent of danger that demands instant vigilance. From the depths of the valley, a dark monster awakens, casting a long shadow over the sanctuary and threatening to consume everything. The sky is suddenly crowded with wings of fear as the winged inhabitants flee the rising tide of heat and suffocating ash. A single spark, carried by dry winds, is all it takes to ignite the ancient fuel of the forest floor into fury. The great migration of survival begins, where every creature, big and small, runs from the shared enemy of insatiable, burning heat. There is no time for hesitation. A mother's love transforms into an urgent command to flee the rapidly closing trap of fire. When the fire god awakens, the laws of the forest are instantly rewritten. Green yields to red, and peace turns to chaos. Driven by howling winds, the blaze leaps from tree to tree, a ruthless force of destruction that respects no boundary or life. A heavy snow of ash falls upon the burning world, painting the vibrant forest in shades of gray, choking the very air. Terror reflects in the eyes of innocence. Surrounded by a circle of flame, the fawn faces a horror it cannot yet comprehend. In a fraction of a second, the ultimate cruelty occurs. A burning barrier falls, severing the sacred bond of mother and child. Lost in a dense shroud of toxic darkness, the fawn is blinded, its tiny world suddenly reduced to suffocating heat and panic. Its cries for help are swallowed by the roar of the flames, a fragile voice pleading against the indifferent fury of nature. On the other side, the mother fights desperately to return, but the fierce wall of fire repels her with agonizing, blistering heat. Now, completely alone in the heart of the inferno, the tiny fawn must face the ultimate trial of survival with only instinct. Driven by an ancient cellular wisdom, the fawn moves against the wind, seeking the precious pockets of clean air near the ground. Every leap is a gamble with destiny, a desperate dance over glowing coals that test the strength of its young, untried limbs. Survival is a science of instinct. By keeping its head low, the fawn breathes the heavier oxygen, escaping the deadliest toxic gases. Each step is a burning pain, yet there is no room to falter. To stop is to perish. To move is to endure. Above its head, the forest canopy explodes in a celestial firestorm, raining down liquid heat upon the dark and crumbling earth below. Through a nightmarish blizzard of fire, the small creature runs, a tiny spark of life navigating a massive ocean of absolute destruction. Seeking a moment of sanctuary, it hides in the cool stone of the earth, catching its breath as the inferno rages outside. Tears flow to protect its smoke-filled eyes, washing clean trails through the heavy soot that covers its young, beautiful face. But peace is short-lived in a dying forest. The flames find every hiding place, pushing the survivor back into the open. The world is a blur of red and gray. Strength is fading, and the path ahead seems swallowed by an endless maze. From above, the fragile life is but a tiny speck of dust, navigating a colossal maze of burning embers and falling trees. Pine cones explode like miniature grenades, a volley of sparks testing the quick reflexes of a creature born to run for its life. Summoning every ounce of reserve energy, it leaps across a chasm of fire, refusing to let the burning earth claim its spirit. It stumbles and falls, but the fierce will to survive rises instantly, pulling the tired body up for one more desperate run. The soot on its coat is the armor of a survivor, a testament to the resilience etched deep within the DNA of all wild things. Then, a miracle of wind. A sudden, cool breeze carries the faint scent of hope from the deep valley below, guiding its steps. It runs towards the promise of life, leaving behind the dark kingdom of fire, as the burning sky paints a portrait of raw endurance. The burning wood gives way to cold, barren stone. The heat recedes, but the air remains thin, heavy with suffocating, stagnant smoke. Behind it, the sky burns with a violent crimson glow, a stark reminder of the fiery furnace it has miraculously managed to escape. Its muscles can bear no more. The tiny body collapses onto the cold stone, depleted of strength, close to the edge of death. A dry nose searches the barren rock for a single drop of water, but the stone is unyielding, offering nothing but cold dust.
Just as hope fades, the path ahead is brutally blocked by a fallen giant, sealing the canyon and trapping the wary traveler inside. Towering cliffs rise like stone walls of a prison. In this desolate place, the fawn spirit faces its most silent, desperate hour. With failing strength, it climbs, its small hooves slipping on loose gravel, fighting against gravity and the heavy weight of exhaustion. How small a life seems against the giant, ancient structures of the earth. Yet the will to live is larger than any mountain. From the high ledge, it looks back at the ocean of flames, realizing the scale of the destruction it has left behind. Suddenly, a whisper of wind from the other side. It is cool, damp, and carries the sweet, unmistakable scent of flowing water. A spark of recognition ignites in its eyes. The scent of water is the promise of life, a beacon call to push forward. It leaps across the abyss, a courageous act of faith in its own body, defying the deep canyon to reach the promised land. Landing safely, it finds its footing on the descending trail, leaving the dry stone prison behind as it runs towards salvation. Behind the ridge, the red glare fades at last. The survivor descends into the shadow of peace, guided by the music of water. The toxic gray shroud parts, welcoming the cool blue light of a new dawn, untouched by the destructive anger of the fire. Its ears catch a symphony of hope, the powerful, rushing sound of a great river singing a song of ultimate safety and healing. Fatigue is forgotten. With steady, urgent steps, the young traveler walks toward the sound of life, drawn by the ancient pull of water. Before it lies the great river, a vast liquid shield of protection that has halted the advance of the red hunger.
On the other side, a green paradise flourishes, where other survivors of the forest rest in the safety of this river's embrace.
Stepping into the shallows, the cool water instantly embraces its sore hooves, washing away the heat and pain of the long journey. It drinks deeply, a long-awaited draft of pure life that cools its parched throat and renews the spirit of the young survivor. Wading through the current, the river gently washes the ash from its spotted coat, revealing the beautiful markings of its birth. Beneath the surface, the water supports its fragile weight, carrying it gently across the deep divide to the shores of new life. Stepping onto the emerald grass of the safe shore, the fawn emerges wet but unbroken, a true champion of the natural world. Under the shelter of an ancient oak, it shakes the water from its coat, looking back at the smoky kingdom it has conquered. It calls out, not in terror, but in hope, letting its voice rise through the peaceful woods, searching for a familiar reply. From the deep green shadows, a rustle of leaves brings a gentle, deep response, a sound that heals the fawn's weary heart instantly. The mother emerges from the green, her eyes searching, her heart guiding her back to the child she thought she had lost. Running with joy, the fawn leaps forward, its steps light and free, guided by the magnetic pull of a mother's love. In a beautiful embrace, they reunite. The mother tenderly licks the soot from its face, erasing every painful memory of the fire. Together, they stand on the green shore, a beautiful testament to the power of love and the unyielding strength of the wild. The sky clears as the wind carries the smoke away, leaving a blank canvas of hope for the future of this green earth. Even in the ashes, life finds a lay. A green sprout emerges, reminding us of nature's eternal promise of rebirth and healing. We share this planet with these resilient souls. It is our sacred duty to protect their homes, ensuring they always have a safe haven.